So hey guys, it's early morning. Good morning. I'm craving for some lemon biscuits. So I decided to share this with y'all. This is my favorite recipe where I have lemon, ginger also added for a bit of flavor to get those freshness for your tea time snack or your midnight snack. So let's look into the ingredients. Firstly, I have ginger powder. This is my lemon zest. That's basically lemon skin. I'm using a bit of yellow food coloring just to give the yellow color. This is 1 cup butter. This is honey, around basically 2 spoons. This is 1 cup sugar. So remember, you need 1 cup sugar, 1 cup butter. This is the main quantity which would bring the richness, the butteriness. I messed it, I know that, still it's done. And this is around 3 cups of flour. From this flour only we'll be using little flour for the rolling of it. So let's start. So in my big bowl I'll add my butter. My sugar. We need to cream this up very nicely. I'm using a hand blender. You can also use a stand mixer if you require, or you can also do it with your hand whisk. If you're a good arm muscle, you can do it. So let's cream it. You can cream it until it's pale, and while you're creaming, do not forget to scrape down the sides so all the sugar and the butter is incorporated properly. And we need to cream it till you do not see any butter, any sugar granules in the butter. And I guess there is a bit of sugar which I need to whisk it more. This will take around 5 to 6 minutes. So my sugar is properly mixed with the butter. We'll add our egg yolk. This egg yolk will give richness and also a bit of yellow color. We'll add our honey. We add our lemon zest. I'm using all of it. Around a half spoon of salt. We'll add our lemon juice. Around 2. If you are having a bigger spoon, you can basically use 1 teaspoon. I'm adding just a pinch of ginger. I don't want too much gingerness, just a bit of hint of ginger, and give it a good mix. oil base, just around 2 drops. Give it a good scrape. Do not knock out the air. Now let's add our flour. I'll mix it in 3 portions. So it's around 1/4 cup first. On low speed. Just keep turning your bowl so that you get all the bits. I'm using my spatula so it does not create a cloud. Let's get back with our hand blender. First I'll clean up our hands. You can see this is crumbly. I need this texture. So this is done with our hand mixer. Get all those good things in it. We'll set our hand mixer aside. Let's clean up our decks and get back. I'll show you the next step then. So here I'm back. I have put my silicone mat. This dough, we need to get it on this and just give it a good knead. Not too much. This dough will be soft. It has to get refrigerated for at least 2 hours. So we take our dough. We just need to get this dough in one ball. not to work it too much because hot hands can melt the butter. If you do not want to add eggs in it, you can also keep it apart and just add bit of more lemon juice. Just gather all the crumbs. It just takes 2 minutes for the dough to get back into a good position. Now we can't roll out this dough like this, because if we do the same, then in the oven our cookies will spread, and if we are using any shape cutters, it will not be in that shape. It will spread and it will become mess. So that's the reason we need to put this in the fridge. So let it get cooled and harden up a bit. So I'm using tin foil. You can use the clean wrap or even your plastic bag. Anything will do with it. This has to go for 2 hours. So guys, let's get back in 2 hours and start with the rolling and the shaping and then the baking. So here guys, it's been 2 hours. My dough is nice and cold but still soft, as I have not put it in the deep. I have just kept it in the normal refrigerator down. So let's start. I'll divide my dough in half, so it is very comfortable to roll the dough. We dust a bit of flour, roll up my sleeves, take my rolling pin, dust flour on it also, so that there's nothing sticking to my dough. So let's roll it. You can roll it circle or whatever shape you feel you like it. This is going to break, so it's not an issue. I'll keep my cookies not too thick, not too thin, but around ½ inch. You can always put your dough together by just pressing it. These should make around dozen or dozen and a half. Depends on the size of cookie you are going to cut. So I am using my baking trays. I'm using 2 smaller ones, as my bigger one I am not able to find it. So I'll just line it with your butter paper. It has to not be neat, it could be rough, it's okay. stuff this in. Now we have lined our trays, so we'll heat up the oven. We'll start our oven for 160 degrees. Let it get preheat for 10 minutes. These cookies will be baking on a lower temperature as I don't want them to brown and lose the yellow color. So I am using a pineapple shaped cookie cutter and a circle. We'll just dust this with the flour so that our dough does not stick. You can use any shape you like. You can involve your kids, your family members in it. It would be a very creative thing to do. So I'm taking my offset palette knife, just lifting the cookies and placing them on my tray. You can see I have not cut it too thick. It's a good half-inch cookie. Breaks, you can just fix it out like this. I love this pineapple shape. It's looking so adorable. We can re-roll this dough and make bunch of more. you don't want to bake all of these cookies, you can preserve this dough for at least 3 weeks in the fridge, and whenever you want to bake them, you can keep it out on a room temperature for at least 20 minutes and roll and bake it. I might bake all of them batch by batch. So I put my cookies in the oven for roughly 10 to 12 minutes until the sides are goldened a bit, but not the cookie. So we'll put this in the oven and get back in another 10 to 12 minutes. So guys, here are my cookies done. This is the first tray which I cooled, and this is the fresh tray which has come right from the oven. I baked all my dough which I had created. So I'll show you how should we remove it from the tray. You can take a palette knife. I've taken offset. You can just lift it like this. It's really easy to lift. So you lift all your cookies in a plate or a cooling rack. I like doing it on a plate. I really love the pineapple shaped cookie cutter, so I baked most of them in the pineapple shape itself. So we'll let this cool for roughly 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll show you my cooled cookies. I have already cooled one set of them. So I'll show you how I'm going to plate it. So I will plate my cookies in a fan shape. This dough roughly made around 30 to 32 cookies depending on my cutters. So here's it. It looks so beautiful. I really am in love with the color. So the cookie is basically, I'll show you how does it look. So it has a good flakiness. As you can see, it has developed a good flakiness, a bit of puffiness, but also it is really moist from inside. So let's open it up. You can see the lemony color, how beautiful the color is from in, and has a good pale yellow color out. That's the reason we added a bit of food coloring, which would enhance the color of the yellow. So let's give it a try. It's really nice, not too sweet, not too lemony, but it has a good tang and a good freshness to the cookie. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe to my channel for more videos, ring the notification bell so you'll be updated whenever I post any other new videos, and you can also comment me what you want me to make next. See you guys, bye.